How the eyebrows look, Jim?
You look excellent.
What's cracking, guys? Omar Isov here with my boy Silent Mike, talking about size and strength. Everybody want to be a bodybuilder. Nobody want to lift some heavy ass weight. So okay, stop flight. All right, yeah, you know what? Okay, it's gone in his head. God damn, the camera always goes to everyone's head. We want to know, Mike, we've been talking actually a lot about this, and there'll be a great topic to talk about today. You know, people want to get strong, but they also want to look good, hence the jacked and tan philosophy. But there's a lot of kind of confusion how to combine the two, right? A lot of people will say to be a very successful powerlifter, you could just focus on mainly the strength movements, and they would be sufficient in order to build muscle. Other people say, no, you need accessory work, you need extra days. What's your approach? You know, you're wearing like an XL, you're not going to take your shirt off, but he is, for a natural, he is very big, right? He's like 195 pounds on 5'8", maybe 5'7", maybe 5'4". 5'9 and a half. So what's your approach to building size with strength? And tell us your stats, your strength stats first.
So my best lifts are a 570 squat in competition, 350 bench, and a 633 deadlift.
Awesome.
That was about a year ago. We'll compete. Smash those out of the park soon.
Easy.
But like Omar mentioned, there's kind of two different paths you can go. You can kind of get your hypertrophy from the competition lifts, which many people do, and that's a great method, whether you're doing higher reps, either in a phase, a day, a block, this and that, meaning 5 to 15 reps.
Sure.
And then there's another camp where you'll get your hypertrophy from accessory lifts, dumbbells, and everything else. I think both camps will agree you need hypertrophy for your back.
Sure.
Doing accessories throughout your workouts.
You don't get enough back work in general.
Right. Sure. Super training here, we'll do it 3 times a week. Some kind of row, some kind of chin. Personally, the super training method, the Mark Bell method. Yeah. My coach, my mentor, my training partner, my life partner.
Life partner. Yeah.
What we call it is a secondary barbell movement. Okay. So whatever exercise we're doing for the day, say we're doing squats, me and you, we're squatting.
Yeah, okay.
So we work up to a heavy 3, or whatever it is for the day, 3 by 3. Yeah. Afterwards, what we'll do is a very close variation, or even the same exercise, and start repping it out.
Like maybe a front squat or whatnot?
So it could be a front squat, it could be a pause squat, it could be a box squat. We use something called the safety squat bar, which is similar to a front squat. Or it could be the same exercise. So we do a 3 by 3. You and I are working with like 650 pounds.
That's what we do.
So we knock off some change, drop it back down to 300 pounds, and rep it out.
Well, I was going to say my approach is very similar, because we were talking about this before. We're like, you know, one trying to build size and strength, the primary movement, let's say it's on a back squat, then you do maybe another variation, maybe a deadlift, but when I come back to the third movement, right, in order to build size would be a squat variation. So like that front squat or a high bar squat for higher repetitions.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so Mike, how do you incorporate then maybe isolation work? What do you do then for, like, let's say most people want to build some arms, some deltoids. Do you do isolation work alongside your strength training?
Right, so here at Super Training we do a lot of that. So typical bench day, we'll do some bench press, throw on the slingshot for our secondary barbell movement, overload. Then we'll move on to some dumbbell incline, maybe even flies. Then we'll hit the triceps and biceps.
Okay. You can't. You can never hit enough triceps and biceps. I've seen Mark do at least 20 sets of curls over like the last couple days.
Yeah, and that's when we try to not be so fat.
Right. Yeah, you don't want to be
too fat.
Yeah. Now, Mike, I saw photos of you from a couple years ago, and you look god awful, and now you put on a lot of size.
How old? Like 2 years ago?
Yeah.
I came in like kind of skinny fat.
Yeah, you came in kind of skinny fat, and you have built up considerable size. I'm going to flash on the screen your progress photos, because you're not willing to take off. Boom! You're not willing to take off your top. Boom!
Drop my drawers.
So, what are some of your best tips? Because you've also had a very noticeable increase when it comes to strength. What else do you do when it comes to trying to build size? So we know, stick to the main barbell movements, doing variations. So like you do a bench, then like a close grip bench, right? Of course, so stick to the big compound movements. Also incorporate the isolation. What other tricks up your sleeve do you have?
You have to look at your goals, obviously. If competing isn't one of them, then don't be scared of some volume. Hit the weights, man. Go for 5 by 5, hits 4 by 6, everything else, bust your butt, and then really focusing in on nutrition.
The
other thing, you know, may come off wrong, but I think a lot of people are too worried about having abs 24/7. Eat something, man. Gain some weight.
You need to be in a caloric surplus.
You got to eat something. You got to gain some weight, and you can cut back later. Especially some of you young guys. Like up until you're 30, who cares, man? Girls don't want your six-pack anyways.
Forever bulking, man. Dream of bulking. But you know, keep it within a respectable means. You gain, you know, you're over 50 pounds overweight. Nobody loves that, right? We're talking about being in a caloric surplus and not being afraid to escape from 10% body fat. It's not saying you get to 20% body fat, but you know, a little bit of extra pudge is not a bad thing.
And same thing on the opposite end. If you're overweight or you need to drop some weight, do it. Cut it out of the way for 6 months. Get to your goal, so then you can focus on making progress. All we want is progress, right?
Being in that lean mass phase. Mike, what are some other common mistakes, I guess you could say, when people try and approach size and strength? Anything that you see, some overarching ones? Because I've noticed a couple, but
what do you got?
Yeah, well, I notice a lot of the time that people, when they try and approach strength, they will basically eliminate a lot of their volume work, as you were basically saying, right? And especially as a natural lifter, it's different between enhanced and not being enhanced. But basically, they'll stick to the compound movements, awesome. But if you look at their total volume over a period of a week, it's not sufficient for the amount of hypertrophy that they want. So they'll go on a very strict, which is good, powerlifting program, but if their goal is to also add on size, they need to do more overall work. And I'm not saying, you know, more heavy squats, I'm saying more total volume. So maybe a lighter squat variation, maybe some more isolation work.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I definitely, no calves.
No calves.
But I definitely agree, if you don't have a competition in mind or set, it's time to hit some volume, it's time to build a base, and then once you get closer to your competition, the exercise selection goes down, the volume goes down, intensity goes up.
Yeah, and that's what people have to keep in mind, right? A lot of these programs are built also to help you peak for a meet, so you got to keep that in mind when you're trying to develop your program.
Right, a basic program like Wendler's 5-3-1, the cube method, even some type of daily undulating periodization, which if you break down every program, in my opinion, it's pretty damn similar. Yeah, very similar.
Yeah.
Then hit those movements, hit the percentages if you like to work off of percentages, and after that, choose exercises that not only help your lifts, but help your aesthetics.
Awesome. Guys, that has been the video. Make sure to do me a favor and follow my boy, Silent Mike. That's with 2 Ks, not 3, because that'd be weird, right? On Instagram, right? At Silent Mike. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you liked the video, make sure to like the damn video, and I'll be seeing all you guys, Team No Calves, my rascals, in that next video. Peace.